One of the most common comments that I have seen being told to victims of gang stalking is the comment, "You're schizophrenic. You are not that important. You're seeing things." Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you why targets are attacked by groups of people, Here we go. Gang stalking is a phenomenon where someone is harassed and the perceptions are changed one after another until so many perceptions of the person are changed that the reality perceived by the victim is a complete different reality from everyone else's. The question is why? Every target, every victim has this question. Why is it that I was targeted? The truth is that everyone who engages in gang stalking is bored with their lives. They do not see any spark. Let's call them perpetrator. I am up to here with the word gang stalker. So I am simply gonna eliminate that term from my vocabulary. I have used that word so much and I'm just exhausted of that same word. So for short, I'm gonna call them perps. So perps is perpetrator, gang stalker, they are the same thing, perps. In my 7-year journey of gang stalking, everyone who engaged in it has a job that, regardless of what it might be, it has somehow taken the joy out of their life. Because what is a job? It is a place where you hang out with the same people, where you do the same things over and over and over again. When I used to work in auto parts, this guy Maximus, when I was about to leave work because of an injury, he literally said, "Well, now I'm gonna be bored all day." Okay, that's weird, right? And this feeds into what I said in one of my previous videos, that gang stalking is made for entertainment. Those who participate in the abuse of a target are literally bored with their lives. And what could possibly be more engaging, more thrilling than having the opportunity to abuse someone indirectly and see absolutely zero repercussions? Everyone who participated in gang stalking that I have met had something wrong with them. Seriously, there was something wrong with those people. And I'm gonna be honest, of course there's gonna be something wrong with everyone. There's something wrong with me too, you know? And by something wrong, I mean that your life isn't perfect. To be honest, I have always felt that my life was perfect because I have always done whatever I wanted. And by that I mean, if I have an endeavor, be it a career, be it a goal, something, I have always been able to accomplish it. And I have always been able to steer my life in the direction that I want. Gang stalking has been the only time of my life where I wasn't able to do that. And what I have experienced with gang stalking was that everyone was looking for an escape from their reality. The people that I saw never looked truly happy with themselves. They just didn't. Why else would anyone want to harass someone else? Why? The only reason that anyone would want to engage in this type of harassment would be someone who has ultimately given up on life and on themselves. When I say given up on life, I mean that they have stopped looking at life with eyes of wonder, where there is no more excitement left in them. With me, personally, I always see opportunity. During my gang stalking operation, even though I wasn't able to move forward, I knew that I was learning something. Every day of the gang stalking for me was a new adventure. Every single day I learned something. Every single day I figured something out, or I learned a new way of using my mind. Every single day for me was a complete new experience. It was an experience sometimes filled with shame, sometimes filled with amusement, other times filled with sadness, and other times filled with anxiety. However, every single day to me, while experiencing gang stalking, was very special. I used every single day of that which is supposed to be the worst thing that could happen to anyone as a stepstone. I turned those arrows into blessings. Because if it wasn't for all those years of experiences, I would not be here talking to you about it. while it was happening, it was not wonderful. However, it was wonderful in the fact that I got to know my mind and my subconscious mind in such an intimate manner that it increased the love of myself 1,000,000 fold. Gang stalking, if you endure it, when you're done with gang stalking, you're gonna be one tough motherfucker. Nothing will faze you. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Because it is literal adults bullying a single person. And having endured that for 7 years, I feel tough as fuck. The fact that I was antagonized by so many people for so long freed me. Most of us are tied to, oh, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna think? But then once you get harassed for so long, you learn to not give a fuck. You learn how to clap back. And you learn how to stand up for yourself. When I was experiencing gang stalking, the only reason that I didn't stand up for myself was because it was part of my strategy and because I was confused all the time. So the first strategy was don't say anything, do nothing that will make you appear freaked out, panicked, or crazy. Honestly, I was awful at that in the beginning. I am not gonna lie. Whenever I lost my keys, I was freaked out, thinking, oh shit, gang stalkers took my keys from me. Perpetrators took my keys from me. However, because of practice, and because that happened to me so many times, I learned how to be freaked out as fuck and yet have no expression on my face that will tell you how freaked or not I was. And the truth about those who participate in gang stalking is that it is done by people who are just coasting. That's it. There is something wrong with these people. And all targets know this, that there is something intrinsically wrong with those who participate in gang stalking, because these are people that behave like normal to your face and are invested more in your demise than in your success. These are people who would rather think about driving someone crazy instead of thinking of improving their own lives. Like, perpetrators are pretty much done with self-development. And to be honest, I find that very sad. It makes absolutely no sense to me. It just doesn't. Like, if you want a simple life, it's fine. But like, the fact that you have so much space in your mind or so much carelessness about your perception with yourself that you allow yourself to mistreat someone because everyone else is doing it, to me, that is the greatest tragedy I have ever heard. It's really, really sad. Just because I appeared to be destitute, these people felt okay treating me like trash, fucking with my things. Even people who were actual trash felt like I was beneath them. It honestly makes no sense to me. And look, there were a lot of times where I was told, you know what you did, that's what you get for fucking with the wrong person. But when you get so many people treating you like shit, that in itself tells you that everyone has their own different story. And it's just like, well, I didn't know everyone. And there is no way that like I did something that fucked so many people. It just makes no sense. The truth is that people are gonna believe whatever it is that they want to believe of you. And regardless of what you do, regardless of who you become, some people have already made up their mind on what to think of you. And that really shouldn't matter to you in any regular circumstance. But when those opinions are pushed so hard that it entitles people to mistreat you, that in itself tells you that there's a lot of people who are literal psychopaths. Psychopaths. Like, bullies are psychos. They just are. And the ones that are more psychopathic are the ones that are able to do it in a way that can be seen by others, such as gang stalking. Honestly, I see gang stalking as a celebration of narcissism. I see gang stalking as a celebration for those people who are psychopaths, where they are fluffing themselves. That's it. So if you have experienced gang stalking, please tell me about your experiences. Write it in the comments. Are you getting gang stalked at work? What has been done to you? I want to know. I want to know because I want to share your story. The truth is that gang stalking is something really hard to explain. And right now, there's absolutely nothing out there that allows targets to tell their story because they know that no one is going to believe them. because it is something so hard to explain and so difficult to comprehend and to understand, because it is a slow burning process that takes years to destroy a person. So if you have a story that you feel that could help people who aren't victims, or that could help those who don't understand gang stalking, something that could help them understand. However, you're scared of people knowing who you are, send me a message, put it in the comments, or feel free to write me an email. The email is anonymousmankindproject@gmail.com. Feel free to email me, make it as long as you need to. We can have a phone conversation. We can play the conversation on the videos. Because believe it or not, the only reason that you think that no one is going to believe you is because you have been conditioned to believe so. People believe scary stories. The one thing that has been proven time and time again that exists is the malice of mankind. So if you want to recount your story yourself, however, you want to stay anonymous, let me know. We can make it happen. There is enough context in this channel where anyone who is interested in gang stalking will be able to conceptualize the methods of abuse. And also, as we talk about what happened to you, we can actually understand the psychology behind it. That way, you're not only sharing your story with everyone else, but we also dissect your story to the point where we expose these techniques of psychological abuse, so that not only you, but everyone else who listens and who watches is able to understand what is behind gang stalking, and why it is that people believe that they're getting followed, and why is it that a whistle, why is it that hand wave or a turn signal evidence of gang stalking activity. Right? Well, thank you so much for watching. My name is Efren Rodriguez. This is The Mind's Eye, previously known as the Gang Stalking Playbook. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.